season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Keyshawn Nixon now going to bring it out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Here we go. Blue striker. Blaster, stick. Ready?
Love going to throw right away. He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Love now. A check down here to Jones.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
The Packers hit 10-4 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Love from the gun. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. But out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check.
LaFleur loudly voicing his objections to that previous call. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Now Jones. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Throwing Jones. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season. So they bring out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
2nd down and a yard.
Now Love.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. So off goes Love. On is Carlson for the Packer field goal. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere, but they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback, and indeed he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the first round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. Really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
Well, maybe they can use that and carbon copy it. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Fighting him off to about the 40-yard line. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Jones now on third down. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. Here's Lou Hedley on now to punt the football. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taking it about the 16. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, first down. They'll complete this one to Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. Christian Watson. Looking for, and it's second down. When you look at this defense, they come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And Jones going to have a Packers first down as he'll get this down to the 36.
Ready.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Love now to pass on first down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing. Love. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To the air again, Love. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
On the double. Ready.
Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0. A 10-play drive that time.
And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Here's Jones on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line.
Here we go.
Hyatt goes in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Looking to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Back to throw. Jones into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Canton offense takes over once again. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Jones' throw brought in by Bellinger. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's unable to haul it in. so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth.
Here's Lou Hedley now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Hey, red. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They had points on their first 2 possessions, a touchdown and a field goal, but this time, defense stands strong.
Would you say that things maybe are trending now in the right direction for them?
Better than drives 1 and 2.
There's no doubt about it. Now maybe they can exhale a little bit, gather themselves, and really get back into this game.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Go, Cutter! Go, Cutter! Go, Cutter!
Now Jones on 1st and 10.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Let's go now. Ready?
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports?
And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
Half 88, half 88, half 88.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Jones to throw on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown!
Daniel Bellinger.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Shamrocks are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Keyshawn Nixon now on the return.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Ready?
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little... Man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Over 30 yards there. And 1st downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
I do believe I recognize that play. It's something Coach Bill Walsh installed every stop he made, putting it in the first day of camp. X-post cross, whether you're going left to right or right to left with that X receiver, you want a big arm quarterback able to make the throw downfield. But boy, it was successful everywhere he went.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Glove. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well, cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, you got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw now, here's Love. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, this could start getting a little more interesting.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
And Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. 16 yards, a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
During that run, an injury here. You got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Great.
Back to throw. Jones.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Love. Pressure comes, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
They'll start with the option.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. Back now in the home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Canton, Ohio. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
Here we go. Calm. Up, go.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Lucas Van Ness getting free there to bring him down. This offense so far on third down, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 16. That is caught, and he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2, that was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. On 1st and 10, Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Ready?
Play action this time with Love. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Here we go. Set.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Blaster. Hut.
Oh, he fakes a spike.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Love looking to throw it. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now Jones. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Operating from the gun, Jones. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Shamrocks get a bit closer. They'll try and run it here, but he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 3rd and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Love. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 10, a minute 46 to go. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. To throw is Jones. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Jones. And he's going to go down again. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Jones. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters. And this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Down to a knee goes Love, and that should be the final act of this football game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home